Welcome everyone to this new episode of the Well Kitsap Thrive Podcast. Thank you so much for taking a few minutes to join us. We are at the beautiful Lisa Stirrett Creative Warrior Studio in Silverdale on Silverdale Way. I'm Leslie Doolin-Taylor. I am the founder of Well Kitsap and your host of the Well Kitsap Thrive Podcast. And today I am so excited that I get to chat with Lisa Stirrett herself, and you get to know her a little bit better. So welcome. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you. This is a privilege.
It is really fun to not only be here, but actually get to talk to you.
I know.
I think this is probably going to be the most we get to sit down and chat in months.
It's usually busy.
I'm here, you're flying around, and we don't get to connect.
I know.
So now we do.
This is great. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to give you a official intro.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you wrote this actually or someone else, so it'll be interesting to see if this sounds familiar.
Mm-hmm.
For Lisa Stirrett, creativity has always been more than self-expression. It has been a calling. As the founder of Creative Warrior Glass Studio and Holy Grounds Coffee Company in Silverdale, Washington, Lisa has built more than a business. I would agree. She has cultivated a space where art, faith, and community come together to create a lasting impact, both locally and globally. That's no easy feat.
Yeah.
Do you ever just stand back in the midst of all the busyness and be like, wow, like we did this?
Lately, yeah. Lately, I have. I think I've been so driven over the years that I haven't put my head up.
Yes.
And we lost our dad this last summer.
So sorry.
Yeah, but it's very difficult, obviously, but so beautiful also in so many different ways. But you start to think about life, and I had to lift my head up a little bit.
Yes, and it is kind of a wake up call, I think, when someone we know and love so much is no longer here with us. It kind of gives us a reason to pause and consider, what do I want to do different in my own life?
I do that a lot. I am always thinking.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
But if you can ask we're getting into a very different subject matter, but you can always ask yourself, if time was limited, well, obviously it is, but if you're really thinking about that, are you living the type of life that you want to live? And for me, in so many ways, yes. And in other ways, not so much. The busy, go.
Yeah.
The irons in the fire, so many irons in the fire, which I'm good. I am really good at it.
Yes, I watch you. You are really good at it.
But that doesn't mean I should be doing it.
Correct.
And I did have a mentor pastor, a friend of mine. He's passed now, and he said, Lisa, you're anointed to do many things, but what is God giving you the authority to do right now?
Ooh, that's a whole different question.
Oh my gosh, is it?
That's a whole different question.
And I've really been thinking about that.
I love that for you.
Yeah.
Because when he's put a vision on your heart and you're full steam ahead.
Yeah.
You are multi-talented. There's so many things you are doing, so many other things you could be doing. Mm-hmm. And we have to sort of stop and pause and be like, am I doing what makes sense, what I'm being called to do?
Yeah.
Am I on the right path?
And, I'll go knock down a door, not a door maybe the Lord wants me to knock down.
Yeah.
And so having to really pause and see, and really, what is it that he wants us to do? I do believe, though, a lot of us get stuck in that mode I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. What's my, where am I going? Why am I going? And I have to have all the answers before I even take a step out.
A lot of people, I think, feel that way. I want to know everything before I take a leap.
Yeah.
And you and I, of course, know that that's impossible.
Yeah. And I don't care what you're doing. It is one foot in front of the other.
It really is.
And I would think that, there's sensations overnight that people, hit it and their business hits it or whatever. But, there's a lot of behind the scenes of one foot in front of the other.
Yeah.
And so, you know, and I'm very creative, and so I do have a lot of irons in the fire.
Yes.
But I've tried to keep this place open. So art in times where, you know, things are expensive and gas, and or we had the housing crisis, you know, the crash in 2008. Well, that's when I decided to open my studio. So
high five.
Yeah. And so that's, you know, it's like, really, I'm going to start an art studio and try to keep that
We do things that don't make sense to other people.
But it made sense to me.
Exactly.
And I thought, well, I'll just sit in here and I'll make artwork and see if anybody wants to buy it. That was my game plan. That was my business plan.
Make the art and they will come.
I do have a lot of other artists that come in and we mentor, and
which is great.
And they're like, well, I would love to have something like you have. And I'm like, you should learn, you know, go to school.
Yep.
Make sure you are proficient in math and writing proposals. And, you know, I mean, speaking in front of people, there's so many facets
to running a business.
Yeah. So
making beautiful art, like what is behind me or next to me, that's just one
piece of the puzzle.
I agree.
Yeah.
So many questions I have for you. So many things I want to know. Half the fun I'm having doing this podcast is all these people that I know that are cheer members, right? I meet with them. I find out more about their business, throughout the year. But it's literally sitting down and recording these podcasts that I'm learning all kinds of things about business leaders in our community that otherwise I would not have known. So we have our first segment. We're going to play a little game.
Okay.
It's so funny how everyone says, game. I don't know what that's about. They're like, oh no, what's happening?
PTSD over games when I was a kid, I think. I don't know.
Okay, I promise you this is going to be a no-brainer and it's fun.
Okay.
So you're going to pull one card and don't look at it.
Okay.
And you're going to hand it to me, please. And I'm going to read it.
Oh, I love
These are literally getting to know you better cards.
Did you buy those or did you
I
make
bought
them?
Oh, that's cool. I actually bought them. I use them when I do coaching and teaching and training as kind of icebreakers.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, this is one of my favorites. How would your closest friend describe you?
Oh, no.
Yes, this is going to be so much fun. Think about, just take a beat.
I have no idea. I literally have a good friend that said, I would not want your life because I'm so busy.
Okay.
So my life would not
fit into... So you're busy.
Yeah, I know.
What else? What else would like your best friend say about you?
I don't know what they would say. I've never really thought about that. I would say one, creative.
Yes.
Because I love to decorate, not my house. I do decorate my house, but just like if there's a party themed out, I just like really.
So fun.
I love it.
Isn't that fun?
That. Oh, I could do that forever. Yeah, I love that.
I'm surprised that's not like a side business, but some things we need to keep as a hobby.
I could be a biologist. There's so many things I would love to do.
Like you need like a cat, like 9 lives or something.
I do, because I think I'd be a really good baker just to decorate the cakes. I think I would love that. And then eat them.
Of course, and then eat them.
Yeah, I am really loyal. As I am definitely not perfect in any stretch, but I think about my friends and what their needs are, and being there for them, and the good and the bad.
Yeah,
and I spend a lot of time at that, and where I might put myself last, to hopefully put them first,
Okay.
There's that. And then I would say probably everyone, including my kids,
yes,
that I am really courageous. Like I am very bold with, I don't care if it's swimming with sharks or crocodiles. I mean, my kids have said so many things.
Tell us a bold story. I love this. So this is something like I've known you're creative. I've known you're a go-getter. I've known you're determined.
Yeah.
That's evident. Tell me more about the bold.
I was just in Honduras and just swimming down with sharks. And
you swam with sharks.
And then
real sharks, like the whole, like lots of teeth.
I've been with black tip sharks, all different types of sharks, but I I don't mind doing
so,
that.
So please tell us
I'll
more.
go down and I'll touch them. They touch
you
like sand.
touch them.
Oh yeah, they feel like sandpaper.
Do you ask permission? Like, hey, shark,
no,
do you mind if I just pet you a little bit?
Get down there with them, just
That's
but there is
wild.
one funny. I mean, there's a couple of funny things.
Okay.
My kids, we did not travel high on the hog, but we made sure we went around the world in different places.
Oh, I love that.
Just backpacks on our back. We knew
That's
where we
incredible.
wanted to go, but
that's awesome.
Sometimes we're clicking cockroaches off the bed, wherever we're sleeping.
Been there.
But I mean, we've been kayaking, and there's been boa constrictors, and then I'll put my hand up and they, wrap around, just whatever, that sort of thing. My kids will tell you stories about that. That's pretty funny.
Okay. The boa is around your body.
I'll put my hand up, and then the snake will, start to wrap around.
I feel like there's another word. I can't quite.
Crazy.
I mean, I feel like bold. Yes, like bold covers it, but I feel like there's some other word.
I'm not
beyond
reckless.
Courageous.
I'm not reckless bold. Though. I would never I don't want to get hurt, and I don't want my family to get hurt or friends or whatever. But it just doesn't bother me. I love that kind of stuff. And then we were actually in Thailand, and my kids are, in high school, and they were black-tip sharks out and where we were. And anyway, it's a long story how we got to this little island. Okay. And so I told the boys, I said, okay, let's go out. They wanted to see the sharks too. So we were snorkeling, and I just said, just go, don't panic. If they come and bump you or whatever, you just hit them on the nose. You just, just steer them away. So is there like a How to Swim with Sharks book that you guys refer to? Like page 10, paragraph 3, when the shark comes near you, here's what you do. I was a master diver. That was one of my jobs in college. I had 3 jobs in college. And so I would take people out when they flew to town. I would take them out diving. So just another day swimming with the sharks. Anyway, they wanted to go out there. Yes. And so my oldest son did get bumped, and then he freaked out. And of course, all the sharks come, and he's like, "You could have got me, eaten." Anyway, we were just talking about that a couple days ago. He's like, "Good job, Mom." Yeah, thanks, Mom. Anyway, it was okay. That would just be an insanely scary experience. I have amazing pictures, though. I have pictures of it. It's really cool. Yeah. I want to see these pictures sometime. Yeah. That sounds incredible. Yeah. Tell us more about your background. Have you always been an artist, and how did you get into glass art in particular? Yeah. Give us that backstory. So I never knew I knew how to do anything all my life. My mom and dad were very creative, and so when I had to do an art project for school, they usually did it. They were more involved with it than me. This is one of these moments. Mrs. Smith in the 7th grade, she's really sorry that that project really wasn't. It was they did a great job all the time, but I didn't know I knew how to do anything. And so it wasn't until I was pregnant with our first son that I was working for Merrill Lynch over in Seattle. And so I wanted to be able to stay home. Nice. And I needed to figure out, what can I make to sell? And so we lived on the water at the time. Had been up to Port Townsend. They had a boat festival. Beautiful. They were doing fish imprints up there. Okay. And so I saw that, thought it was cool. Well, we went out. I was pregnant, and we went fishing, and I caught a little codfish. And if you look in the back here, I thought, oh my goodness, I'm going to take some little white T-shirts that I had for baby. Yeah. And I painted the fish, and I made a fish, fish imprints on these T-shirts. And I thought, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to make these and sell them. And that is so cool. The first one's in a frame back here. Okay. Yeah. I definitely want to see that. It was, again, baby steps. Yep. And that evolved. Yeah. I actually had reps around the United States, and I sold to Epcot Center, to Nordstrom. How I got started really was taking my samples. Yes. And back in the day when Living Well Lady, and I had workout gear that I painted on, and I did my fish prints, and I just literally put them over the stroller, went to the 6100 building, the gift center, looking for a rep. Right. And here's my stuff. Yeah. And I met somebody that was selling her workout gear to Nordstrom. So then I would go into Nordstrom, paint for her on her garments that were being sold there.
Yeah.
And then Nordstrom in Seattle and Tacoma and just all the Nordstroms in the Pacific Northwest actually started hiring me,
That's
even
incredible.
Savvy, to go paint on their clothes. So people would buy the clothes, come over to me, and I came up
And you
with
would
some
paint.
designs, and I'd bring my dead fish to Nordstrom. And yes, I did. And I'll tell you what.
Why does this not surprise me?
Yeah. And so and then I got reps in Atlanta, and then I was selling my garments and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you a story where my mom's like, "You've not gone to school for this." I was a poli-sci major at the UW.
Oh, so this is a wild deviation from your education.
Yeah, my mom's like, "You can't do this. You can't do this." Like, and I said, "Watch me." No, but I went to Nordstrom.
I love this.
I was asked if I would do this one. They were gonna publicize it.
Okay.
And I show up.
Yeah.
And I told my mom, "I can do this, no problem." I show up, and they had women in leotards, leggings and leotards. And they said, "Northwest Premier Artist is going to paint on the model."
Did you have any idea what you were walking into?
No, they didn't tell me they were going to do that. And I thought, my mom's right. I have no business doing this. But the crazy thing is, there was a huge crowd around, and I was panicking. I thought, what am I going to do? And so I just started painting.
Yeah.
It started at one shoulder and went down, her leg blew away. It was so beautiful. It ended up being beautiful.
I bet.
The crowd is cheering, and
I'm
like,
bet.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah.
That's an amazing story.
Yeah.
We are going to switch some gears into our Good Eats segment. Thank you for sharing that story.
Yeah.
That is absolutely amazing. Our Good Eats segment is something where sometimes it's homemade, sometimes it's store-bought. But the idea with Live Well Kitsap is we promote healthy eating and being curious and exploring maybe some different foods that people wouldn't ordinarily think of or do. And this is just one opportunity to do that. Yeah. So I'm going to give you your option, and then we're just going to have you try a little sample.
Oh, okay, great.
Okay.
I was going to say, I have some good recipes. I do. We have a naturopathic doctor. Our son is.
Okay. I would love your recipes. Yeah. So Lisa, here's your fancy napkin.
Oh, I love
because that. Every guest on the Live Well Kitsap Thrive podcast gets their fancy napkin. You have chosen the Trader Joe's brownie mix that I baked with nuts. So no nut allergies, right? Okay. And it's actually gluten-free.
I love it.
So your job is to try it. Give me your honest opinion. And you can do that with thumbs up or thumbs down.
Okay.
And tell me why.
Okay.
Tell me what you like or you don't like about it. I know, right? Who doesn't love a brownie?
I know, exactly. This is a little messy, though. Huh?
It is a little messy. And you can eat it all now. You can eat it later. You can do whatever you want. Is that just the best? I know for me,
it's soft, too.
It is soft. I added like a little extra liquid, and it calls for oil. I use avocado oil.
Oh, you do?
When I bake now, which is a recent kind of switch for me, right? I mean, who can be in a bad mood and eat a gluten-free brownie from Trader Joe's?
Well, I will be eating the whole thing.
Okay.
I love it. You know why?
Why do you like it?
I like batter and cookie dough.
Yep.
And it actually tastes like that.
It's almost like gooey.
I
feel like I added a little extra liquid, the avocado oil, and it's just so much, it's like really gooey.
Did you choose to do the nuts on your own? Or
I did the nuts on my own.
Okay.
Oh, and there's also chocolate chips in there.
Oh, I already had one. Did you mix those in?
Yes, I did. Because chocolate in chocolate, I mean, it doesn't get much better than that.
That was fabulous.
Okay.
Do you have recipes that you give out?
We had another guest that said every time you do Good Eats, put the recipe in the description, and we may do that. But I think it would also be fun to engage with some of the people watching and listening. And so we haven't really decided yet as a team. But one way or the other, if someone wants this recipe,
it's very good.
They can reach out and they can get it.
I love it.
And you can continue to munch it down if you want.
I will. Well, it'll be gone. It's good.
I'm so glad you enjoyed it. That is the whole thing. And clearly, because I tend to show up with chocolate something to all of these podcast episodes.
And they always choose.
And so, I mean, like, I've had hummus. Would you like some hummus or some chocolate? And like, every time it's like, I'll take the chocolate.
Yeah.
I'm like, I have this fantastic tasting yogurt. Would you like some yogurt or some chocolate? Chocolate.
Yeah. Yep,
So,
that's me too.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell us how you went from this whole amazing gig at like Nordstrom and selling to all these big names. Tell us the backstory of opening up the Creative Warrior Art Studio.
It's really kind of cool. I was working at, well, I wanted to stay home with my kids. That was the goal.
Good for you.
And so it was going really well.
Yeah.
But it was going so well that I was starting to try to hire nannies and people to help me with the kids.
Sure.
And at some point I thought, well, this is the antithesis of why I even started. And so at the same time, they were building the new ferry terminal, and they had a 1% for the arts. And I threw my hat in the ring, and that's how I got it. And the way that I did that is that I needed to do fine artwork. I had to produce that, take photos, and then apply. And I got the commission.
Okay.
And so
congrats. That's amazing. How long ago are we talking?
26 years ago.
Wait, what?
All that artwork is 26 years old.
Okay.
And it still looks as good as the day that I put it up.
Yeah. Incredible.
Yeah. And so
incredible.
So I won that commission, and then sometime after that, they were building the conference center.
Okay.
And so a group they were involved with that. They came to me and said, we need something for the rotunda. And so I did not, it was a very nice commission.
Yeah.
More than, I was just like probably more than I had ever, a commission that I had gotten before.
And how exciting is that?
It was great, except that I had this vision of glass and steel.
Okay.
And I didn't do glass and steel. And so I hired some people to show me how to cast the fish that are down there and to create the metalwork. Now, I was an apprentice on that job. Okay. So yes, it's my artwork, but these gentlemen helped me learn how to do those. So I cast all those fish, but I learned how to do it from them. Yeah. I was part of the metal, but honestly, I was a grunt worker on the metal. And they thought it was funny because I was filthy by grinding the metal all the time,
Sure.
Anyway.
But it sounds like you learned a lot.
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so
then
shortly after that,
what happened after
I was
that?
borrowing a kiln.
Okay.
And then I had my first kiln built, which was a 6-footer.
Wow.
Instead of just buying a kiln, I had to have one built,
You had one built.
Yeah, I had one built. And now I have a 6-footer, an 8-footer, and 4 2-foot by 2-foot.
And that's all way in the back. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that led to you saying, oh, wait, look at what I can do. And maybe I need my own building to house all this cool stuff.
So before then, I was just out of my home.
Okay.
And I had a wonderful little studio in my home. And then with the kiln, I needed a separate building.
Makes sense.
And found this space. It was just at the end of Silverdale, right behind where the fish, actually I sold the building to the tropical fish store that's down there behind the gas station.
Okay, so still in Silverdale.
Yeah, right down at the end of Silverdale, there's a gas station.
Okay.
And right behind that gas station, you can see there's a building back there that is the tropical, a gentleman that runs his business out of there.
Okay, I think I know where you mean.
Yeah, it's just right down the road. And so I did that for like 6 years.
Okay.
And somehow that made me an artist, because I had something away from my home.
Yeah.
It was interesting. The mindset, I wasn't a different person, but because I had the storefront, it was something different.
Absolutely.
But
that's a whole different animal running a, retail business than just I'm making some cool art out of my living room.
Exactly. And so we the artwork has always, we needed that to help
Mhm.
us survive and put food on the table, and then
Sure.
send the kids to college. But at some point, the kids graduated, and they're on their own. And so the artwork um, was something I wanted it to be a catalyst to give back.
Okay.
And when I was going to a
Incredible.
church, and they were saying, find your place on the wall, find your place on the wall. And for
Okay.
me, it was doing the artwork, and letting the artwork then, pay it forward somehow.
Yep.
And
So how did you go from that location to this location?
honestly, and I was on vacation, and I was asking the Lord, what's next? What's next? And I got this day after I got back, I drove by this building. I've been here since, I've been here 55 years. I came here or more than that. How old am I? Whoops, I'm way older than that. We moved here when I was 5, and this building
Wow.
was here.
Wow.
And it was a really cool, it was a logging place. And then,
Because what you've done to it, I have no idea what it looked like all those years ago.
well,
But I know that no matter like what's going on in my world or what mood I'm in, I walk in and just instantly, just the colors, the art, your team, like I'm always greeted with a hello, welcome in. Like it just feels so good
I'm so glad
to be here.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't, like, my nose grows if I tell a lie. I could not say that to you.
That's what we want.
I know that's what
really
you want.
we want.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We have amazing women that work here.
They really are. And I
yeah.
can tell you, even when you're not here,
Yeah.
you can tell that they're engaged and invested in this place.
Yeah.
They do a great job whether you're here or you're not here.
Oh, I'm so thankful for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't, I would be nowhere without them. And so that's
Ditto.
really important.
I think for all of us business owners that have more than like a service that we can do on our own, we need those good people to
and
surround
us.
us.
Easy, actually, and
no, it's not.
It's just not easy. But we're of the same mindset, and the mindset is that I have a nonprofit, and I've been working in Burkina Faso, West Africa, for 10 years.
Yeah.
And so
tell us more about that.
Oh, it's just so near and dear to my heart.
Yeah.
Because when I saw this place, it was falling down. It was literally raining in here. There was holes in the
raining
ceiling.
inside,
and it was literally falling down. And so it took us a year to renovate it.
Wow.
And
that's its own job.
And like I said, I didn't have a business plan. I was just going to make art and see if anybody wants to buy it. That's evolved.
I love the faith walk.
Yeah, it was,
because that's what it takes sometimes to be like, I don't know how this is all gonna work out.
Yeah.
But we take those leaps of faith.
Yeah. You know what we were doing? We were doing the art walk once a month, and we would feature a nonprofit, because it's like, break my heart for what breaks yours, Lord. And everything breaks my heart. So every month, my team and we were putting on these art walks, and we'd have other artists in here, and they would pay a percentage to the nonprofit. Okay. And there are people on boards of nonprofits here in town that they met. The person came in, found out about the nonprofit, and got involved, and are still on boards, which is amazing.
That is amazing.
And so, but at some point, after a few years, it was like, well, Lord, do you have something for me specifically? Because all of it's so good. We have so many amazing nonprofits, and so, I went over with another organization to Africa. My son wanted a missions trip, and he was in med school, and so I was a good mom. He wanted to go to Africa, but Ebola broke out. So we had bought our tickets, everything, and we weren't able to go. But after Ebola went away in West Africa, then I still was involved in raising money to build a healthcare center.
Wow.
With my artwork. And
that's huge.
It was so cool. So cool. And so when they were building it, I wanted to go put my thumbprint
Yeah.
into the concrete.
Heck yeah.
So I went, and
I'm surprised it wasn't like a whole body,
I wanted to,
imprint.
but yeah, I don't know.
They were
they thought I was weird. I'm like, just a minute, let me. I don't know. Anyway, so I was there, and the interpreter came up and said, "There's women here to see you."
Oh my.
And I'm just like what? And go around the corner and find out what their needs were. And they said, "We've been waiting for you to come. We've been praying for you to come." That actually happened 2 times that day.
Oh
and
my
with
goodness.
Different groups of women. And I sat under this tree in a very hot weather and thought, well, okay, Lord. And a pay it forward loan program literally was just deposited into my brain, where I would use the studio to build a micro loan program. So we would go over, teach women business, do business training. And then I would we would write a business plan with them.
Oh, that is amazing.
And then I'd come back and I would find the money, and then we would fund a loan. It's a no fee, no interest loan.
That's incredible.
So it was incredible. We have actually serviced over 400 loans.
400 loans.
Yes.
And you've been doing this since how long?
For 10 years. But
Lisa, this is incredible.
It's grown though. That's an amazing, it was wonderful. And the impact was wonderful.
Like I'm literally sitting here trying not to cry. I'm just like, talk about making an impact globally from what you're doing locally. It's incredible.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, Jesus. I want it to have an impact for sure.
This is really just amazing.
But if you were there and met them, we have 5 employees over there, and the studio pays for the employees. Okay. And their family, like I love them.
Of course they are.
We have so much fun when I go over.
Yeah, I bet.
And what's wonderful is things have evolved, one foot in front of the other, and I just and the Lord knows how much you can handle, right? So it's just been small, and we just keep marching forward. Okay. We have a sewing school there. We have a health training program with Days for Girls. Wow. And we recently partnered with Echo International to get training from them. They're out of Fort Myers Beach, Florida. Okay. They have 4 impact zones around the world. One of them happens to be in Burkina Faso, and they teach agriculture.
Oh, that is
for their environment.
Incredible.
So all of our people, all of the church goers, all the family members, we've sent them and myself to get the training. And now we're going into villages and we're doing the training for free. And we're purchasing land. We're putting water sources on the land.
You are
irrigation,
changing lives in such a big way across the globe.
Honestly, the Lord is.
Yes, and
yes.
So I would say, right, like we're both believers. I would say yes, and because He could put that on your heart, and you could just as easily be like, oh, that sounds like such a fantastic idea, but I'm kind of busy already. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I am a little bit busy.
Right? Like when am I supposed to do this? But you found a way.
I have to tell you, there's a photo over there.
Yeah.
Did you see that corn photo?
We're gonna take a short break here in a minute, and I would love to have you bring it over so we can do a little show and tell.
Well, so farming the old way, farming the new way, side by side, same day, planting seeds. Okay. If I stand up and put my arms down, that's how high the corn is. Okay. About 3 weeks from harvest, it's only about that big. Okay. And then step over 2 feet into the corn patch of the farming the new way. It's 10 feet tall. It's corn, luscious corn that even looks more beautiful than our corn. So what are they doing different? We're mulching. We're mulching on top of that hard ground. Okay. We have a water source. There's different. Literally, for bugs. Yeah. They're collecting donkey urine. I'm like, I've seen how they do it. It's hilarious. They have a bucket that's strapped to the donkey.
Is anyone filming this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's all natural. Yeah. And they're using what they have. Yeah. But what they don't have is the water source. And so now, because of the water source, because of the irrigation, and we've got rotaries that are helping us, we have beautiful families. people that walk in here, and then of course the proceeds from here, the coffee shop, the studio. We actually have 3 businesses in here,
right,
and the nonprofit. So yeah,
it's a
a lot
lot.
of irons in the fire,
It's a
but
lot.
just to try to keep things going so
Okay.
that we can have that impact.
Okay. Tell us the actual, just briefly, the 3 separate businesses.
So we have the coffee shop,
which is also quite lovely.
Thank you.
And
it is.
Everyone back there, like every time I come in, it's almost like, oh, what's the menu? And then I'm like, oh, that drink sounds amazing. And then I find like, you know, Haley created that, or this person or that person.
They're
and
very
I'm like,
creative. You should have seen
what you
the
want.
smoothie that they made today. And I was like, we
I'm
all
sorry,
got a little
missed
taste.
that.
Oh, and I'm like,
sorry, I
could
missed
you make
that.
a few more for us, please?
Yes.
Yeah, so good. So basically you can come in here and you can purchase items that we make.
Yep.
And so that's one.
Yep. And they're gorgeous, by the way. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this, but right when you walk in, right, so the art for purchase is to the left.
Right.
And what caught my eye the first time I was in here and saw that is the very same, it's like, how would you describe it? Like candle holder.
Oh, yeah, the tea light or the...
Yeah, and they're lovely and they're gorgeous. I saw those on a smaller scale in Iceland. A few years back, and so this is the only place I've ever seen the same kind of art here that I saw in Reykjavik, Iceland.
That's so fun.
So
that's so wonderful.
Little fun things to know and tell.
I'm going there in the fall. I'm going to go look at them.
Oh my gosh, you have to hit the waterfalls are incredible.
Okay. Oh, I can't wait.
And then they're between the tectonic plates.
Yeah.
So you've swam with sharks, so this will be like, oh, wow, whatever. But I mean, do it. And there's Black Sand Beach. Iceland is one of my favorite places.
Oh, I love it.
Okay, so we have art for purchase, and then what else?
And then DIY. So people come in and make their own glass artwork, and we walk you through it. There's over 160 projects, ages 5 and up.
Okay.
It's easy peasy. You can come in, book a time to come, and that's all on the website, or give us a call.
Okay. Do people have to take like a class, or if they just call and say, I like all by myself, or I'm going to bring, my high school daughter, or so can you give them instruction?
Yeah.
They don't have to take a class.
No. So basically you just come, you just bring yourself, and we walk you through everything. And then we hold your hand if your hand needs to be held. Right. It's okay. Yeah. Some people get stressed out for art.
And it's supposed to be fun and relaxing.
That's right. But yes. So we have all types that come in here. Engineers are really good, actually.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing to watch an engineer do.
But the children
DIY.
are amazing at it too. My grandkids come and they dump the powder all over the place, and it turns out beautiful,
right? That's the beauty of art and imagination.
So we've got you can purchase artwork here. You can make your own artwork. We've got and that's one business unto itself. We've got the coffee shop. Yeah. And then, if that wasn't enough, we have Glassy Cuts.
Which is?
Glassy Cuts is where I'm teaching other artists how to do this work. This is not art glass. This is window glass. This is repurposed glass. Okay. You can do the work on bottles, go to the Goodwill and get frame glass. So, which is not normal, like in the art world. And so I have been buying my colorant from Germany all these years, and they have made us their distributor worldwide. And so we actually buy from that company, and then we package it under Glassy Cuts, and then we teach. And so when we're selling it to somebody in Israel, is like their packages are being held right now. So So, but we're selling it all over the world. Very small quantities. Don't get any grandiose. We would love this to really blow up and grow, and that's what we're trying to do. Yeah, and then we have the nonprofit. Okay.
Wow. Yeah, that's a lot. Do you ever, when you hear yourself rattle all that off, does it ever click like, oh, no wonder I'm frequently tired?
Yeah, I have actually unusual amount of energy,
which is great.
But I'm
and
getting older.
Don't you find like we're all getting older, Lisa? None of us are getting younger. But don't you find when you're doing what you love, it just naturally gives you more
Yeah,
energy.
especially when I get to create, because we're getting ready to go to Vegas for a trade show,
Yeah.
and I'm going to be teaching 6 different classes.
Oh my
and
gosh. That's a
and then I'm
lot.
making samples for that, and that's where I'm in my happy place.
Yeah.
That or in Africa. I'm really in
There
my
you
happy
go.
place for those.
There you go.
So
So Lisa, who are the kind of people that come in here?
mhm.
Who are your people that, is it mostly like older people? Do you get mostly
Oh, wow.
kids or art students? Like, who is this incredible creation? Who is this for?
Oh my. You're talking about a demographic for
Sure.
us.
Sure.
So we've always thought it was mostly 35 to 65.
Okay.
But the coffee shop brings in a whole different clientele, which
Yes.
is great. I love it. We have people coming in here to, have a Bible study or meet with their friends.
Yep.
Or business. A lot of business
Yes,
is happening in
I can
here, which
attest
is really,
to that.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm here like 2 or 3 times a week, either catching up with a friend or having a business meeting.
Yeah,
this is my go-to.
Yeah, it makes me so happy.
Yeah, I bet.
And then the noise in here and the music, and
It is. It's so vibrant,
yeah.
and energetic.
Yeah.
Okay, tell us a brief story about someone that maybe was like a little skittish. They wanted to do something special, create some kind of art, but they were like, "Oh, I don't know if I can do it." Give us a story.
Well, there's a ton of stories.
I
like
bet.
That. I mean, even today we had a woman come in here, and her daughter trying to get her out of her comfort zone.
Good.
She was completely out of her comfort zone.
Yeah.
But had a ball, an absolute ball. So we have that. But I do have one really cool story.
Yeah.
We have kids, like I said, come in here, and we had an event where we had the public come in. We're making a public sign for the Strawberry Creek. And so we just wanted to do something to beautify the area. It was a donation to our community.
Okay.
So what we did is I made a big, beautiful sign for the Strawberry Creek, but next to it, the wall next to it, we did like a riverbed, and it was going to be a riverbed of mosaic glass.
Oh.
And each child got to come in and help lay the glass down for the riverbed, and they got to make their own salmon. They're separate little salmon shape, and there's in mosaic the shape. Okay. So we had all these kids come in and make their. I mean, my granddaughter did one all in gold. There's a gold salmon down there, and that's from her. And some ages spent hours doing it. And some little boys, like my other grandsons, a couple, and they're done. Yeah. Okay, so we had a young man come in. He had a blast doing it, and after it was done, I fused them all, and then it was time to install them. Okay. And I got the riverbed on the wall, and then I just arbitrarily chose different salmon to go in different locations.
Okay, this sounds amazing.
This is so cool because I did not know.
Really cool.
Except for my granddaughter, I knew which one, because it was all gold. It was the only gold salmon of the group, so I knew where that one went. Right. But all the other ones, I did not know who made them. Right. I just put them in a place that I thought they looked good with the colors and all that. So it's a ribbon cutting day, and families come. Yeah. And I kid you not, the kids would come up and find their salmon, and they're just very joyous, right? I bet. So a little boy comes up, and he's looking, and the parents stand back, and they're, well, did you find it? Did you find it? And he looked and looked and looked, and then he saw that his salmon was the lead fish. And he dropped to his knees, and he said, I did that. And his parents were crying. I was crying. That's a moment. It was a moment. And this child is going to live in this community, hopefully, right? Or come back, or and to always see that. And so to me, that was like, that's gold, worth it. Literally. I mean, like you can't. There's just very few ways that you can really help a child to see how capable and creative they can be, and just how they feel about themselves in those moments is really something. It was really, that is to really watch cool. The parents just sit there and weep, and me too, and other people sitting around. His reaction, dropping to his knees and grabbing, That's adorable. It was amazing. Is there something you would like to show us from way back when, or some art that might be floating in the back that you want to? Oh, you want to see the salmon print? Sure. Or not salmon, but the cod print. It's hanging way up on the wall, so we'll have to take a photo of it. I don't know if
Tell you
can do that.
what we can do is take a photo of it. So we did this in the episode we recorded in Bali, is we just took some photos and then we added some photos at the end.
It's not a very good print, I'll just say. I mean, I have beautiful prints all over the place.
Right, but that's the beauty of it, isn't it? Isn't that the beauty of it? It's not a very good
It's so
print.
funny. I look at it and I'm like, I was so excited. And I'm like, this is what I'm going to do.
Exactly.
Paint dead fish. It's like, really? You know, and
I think we're going to call this episode Paint Dead Fish.
There you go.
I just feel like that is the appropriate name for this episode.
Yeah. And for all the people that are doing artwork and selling at fairs and that sort of thing. And sometimes I would go to a show and I would have hardly any sales, and it just, you know, is deflating.
Right.
Or people will walk by and
they're like,
they'll
say,
pretty.
And
then I could do that. Well, they could, I could do that. And I thought two things.
Yeah.
I thought, you just go ahead and get that dead fish and you go ahead and paint that. That's okay with me. And the other thing is I did learn is that you never know what the impact your artwork may have. Yep. And a year later, after one show, I sold Zeppo. I was just, you know.
That would feel very deflating.
It was.
Yeah.
And it was at the Edmonds Art Festival.
Okay.
And so that's a big one. And 1 year later, I got a call from Costco, and their buyer picked up my card because they needed artwork for their Costco smoked salmon box lids. And they were then ready to see if I would paint paintings for them. For 12 years, my artwork was on the Costco smoked salmon box.
That just,
you never know,
is exploding my brain right now. And you're right, you never know.
Yeah.
When you believe in something, when you know that this is what you're meant to do, it's like we have tolerance for those quote unquote failures, right?
You have
you have to, because you can't just be like, oh, that was terrible. I'm just going to quit. I'm never going to do this again. You have to look at it as, that was a setback. That was unfortunate. And how do I pick myself up and move forward? Yeah. Okay. I am curious. Obviously, people can reach you here on Silverdale Way. Do you have a website? Because you're on the Live Well Kitsap site, livewellkitsap.com. You're, I think you're in our shop category because people can come in and buy things. But is there another website where people can reach you?
LisaStirrett.com.
LisaStirrett.com.
And then our nonprofit is called creative-warriors.org.
Say that again.
creative-warriors.org.
Okay.
So it's Creative Warriors, the nonprofit.
And can people donate to that?
Oh, yeah. Then you can go right on to that website
and
donate.
So right on the website, it's easy to just donate.
Very, very easy. And we have a multitude of things that we're doing over there, and they can pour into those specific things, and that money directly goes in there. So
you are doing such amazing things for the Kitsap community globally, halfway around. I don't even know how far around the world, because, you know, but around the other side of the world. And lives are changing as a result of everything you've had your hand in.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah. I mean, it's evident. It's evident. This has been a delight. Thank you so much. I know you're so busy. You're getting ready for this show. You've got workers in the back, the teams in the back, just going at it.
It's after hours.
It's after hours. And I just can't thank you enough for taking time out of your schedule.
It's just been a joy.
Good.
You made me think of some fun stories too.
I know. It's kind of fun to take a little walk down memory lane.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Thank you.
If you like this episode and you like the other episodes of the Live Well Kitsap Thrive podcast, we encourage you to like, subscribe, comment. This is not meant for just Kitsap only. We're on YouTube. We're soon to be on Spotify. We want to connect with you, whether you live in Kitsap or beyond. You can see the impact she's having beyond the walls of Kitsap County, Washington. We invite you to engage with us, ask us questions, tell us what other topics, what other issues are important to you, who you want to see on the Live Well Kitsap Thrive podcast. That's all we have for you today. We thank you so much for taking time out of your day. We want to be that bright spot for you where you get a break, you get to sit down, relax, get your favorite beverage, and join us. Please tell your friends. Please go to livewellkitsap.com and look at our Kitsap Fest page. That is an exciting event that we have coming up in July. And again, if you're anywhere in Kitsap or beyond, we would love for you to join us. Thank you so much. Take care. And our signature sign off, life is short. Live it well so you can thrive.